Therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us. Lay it aside. Everything that you used to cling to, your old habits, your old propensities, things that made you feel comfortable, those were things that were separating you from God. I don't just let these things come into my life. I'm not afraid of these things. I fight against them. I fight to the very end. There has to be death to the sin. The sin is the enmity. It's the hostility against God. Enmity is what Jesus removes when we make peace with God through the blood of the cross. But you can't let it come back in. And the only way you're going to be able to do it is you got to fight. You have to fight. God's calling you to kill the flesh and live for the Spirit. If you live according to the flesh, you will die. If you go back and start dwelling in these old behavioral patterns, thinking of these old thoughts and entertaining them, you're going to die. But if you, by the Spirit, put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. You put the effort into your sin. Now put effort into your salvation. Whatever you were going for before you knew Jesus, you should be even more so going against now. Because now you have God on your side. You have all of heaven on your side. You're joint heirs with Jesus Christ. And you have a Father in heaven that you can call out to help you when you have these troubles. Are you seeking God diligently, consistently, and faithfully? Because if it's not happening, well, you're not, because God's promised to do it. So if you're still struggling, you're still weak in the faith, you're not struggling enough, you're not suffering enough, you're not trying hard enough. Try harder. It's a wrestling match. And you're going to have to suffer. But you'll not be able to suffer unless you see Him as greater than what you're suffering. You're not going to be able to win the battle unless you see Him as the victor. And you ask Him for the help that you need. Are you crying out to God to help you? You need His help. You're not going to do it alone. He's made Himself available to you. He's made all of heaven's power available to you. By your patience, possess your soul. Patience, endurance, perseverance. You possess your soul. Because it's your greatest possession. How much are you suffering in your battle with sin? Are you fighting more than you were fighting for the sin? God calls us to lay aside the sin that so easily ensnares us. How much are you suffering in the battle against sin that so easily entraps you?